Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. So last time out we ended up in Gondolia. There you go. Fuck. We managed to make our way to Gondolia. And we found out that we can't leave the Gondolian port yet because of this event that's happening. So we're basically wandering about doing all this all these side questy stuff. You know, we're getting collecting all the stuff we can collect, and basically that's what we're doing so far. And at the start of this part, you might remember that we accepted a side quest in Gallopolis, where a guy wants us to send a letter to a particular girl. This is her. This is Akia. So we've given the letter from the guy to Akia here, and he's basically just trying to find out, you know, how are you doing? Are you doing all right? Are you, is work going well? And so what we have to do now is we have to head back to, well, eventually we're gonna have to head back to Gondolia and give him Akia's letter, which we're going to be doing in a little bit. But first, so basically, you want to talk to these guys. Basically, you go to that first guy and he tells you, we'll do it for 12,000 credits, 12,000 gold coins. You tell him no, go to the other guy and he'll say, oh, he's doing it for 12,000, I'll do it for you for 10. And then he's like, okay, fine. And then you just keep going back and forth. I think you have to do this like 4 or 5 times, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Until he drops it down significantly. So he drops it down. So he drops it down to 8,000. And now we're going to go back again and talk to this guy once more. 4,000 gold coins, and you tell him no, piss off. And then you go back to this guy and he tells you 4,000, I'll do it for you for 2. He's like, nah, fuck off. And then finally, I think this is the last one, you go back to him and he tells you, I do it for 1,000, baby. And that's the lowest you can go to. Do it for 1,000 and you get the cat suit. So now we have the cat suit, and the cat hat for Veronica? Yes, Veronica, sorry. Which is a really good armor set to have at this moment in the game. It's, pretty good in terms of... sorry, it's a pretty good item, a pretty good armor set to have. It's pretty strong for this part of the game. So, yeah. So now we've got it, and Veronica looks adorable as well. But anyway, so now we're heading to the Doge. And this is Doge Rotondo. So we were wanting to speak to him so that we can move on and exit the world, so that we can leave. But he takes one look at us and says, no, I ain't doing anything for you, you piece of shit. Later. He just slams the door in our faces. So yeah, looks as if tales of my made up bad deeds have preceded us. So yeah, pretty much that means that we are pretty much stuck here until the end of the festival now. We're pretty much fucked.
Oh, there you are.
What's going on, Serena?
Veronica's managed to get
Something up.
into a bit of a scrape. Please, you have to come and help.
Jesus Christ, Veronica. What are you doing? What are you doing, love? Again?
Still, I guess we won't be sailing out of here anytime
So yeah,
soon.
this leads us to the next story section of the game. So essentially, Veronica's in a bit of trouble. By the way, I call bullshit on this. I've replaced that staff. That is not the staff that I gave to Veronica. I guess they just this isn't a real-time cutscene. Oh well, not the end of the world, but it's just kind of annoying.
caught up with
So
him,
yeah,
but he won't give it back.
this little shit nicked Veronica's wand and won't give it back to her. So yeah, Big Brother Eric's gonna have to deal with this shit.
Hey!
My wand.
Here,
Get fucked.
don't let it get swiped so easily next time.
Once again, Eric treats her like a little
Why did
kid.
you even want my wand in the first place? It's not worth much money, you know.
Oh, I know. You can't even sell that shit. You're kind of stuck with it in your inventory for the end of till the end of the fucking game.
What is it, kid? Spit it out.
Okay, kid, come on, you need to speak here. Oh,
It's okay.
something the matter?
I explain the situation.
Placido, that's a name. That's a name and a half.
He's my friend, Placido. He's the only son of the Doge Rotondo.
So yeah, this guy is the son of the Doge.
Happy. But then Placido, he loses his voice. I don't understand what happened. I ask, but he cannot answer.
Well, no shit, he can't speak.
So I think, if I have
So,
the
yeah.
magic, maybe I can fix Placido's voice. Capisce?
So yeah. Do you know what you could have done? You could have just said that and asked her, you piece of shit, rather than nicking the wand.
Tell me more about your friend's lost voice.
I do like Veronica here. She's like, oh, fine. Dumbass. I'll help you out.
His throat. There's some sort of awful.
So yeah.
Oh, he's been
Sorry,
cursed.
Placido has been cursed. His voice is lost. He can't speak because a curse has been placed upon his throat. So, because this is an RPG, we have to go off and deal with this ourselves. There is a little area which we need to go to where we can get
West of Gondolia.
we can get holy water. Once we got holy water, we can Serena here can make the what do they call it? I think bird's nectar. I think it was called. And basically, once she's made this concoction, that will get rid of the curse and give Placido his voice back. So yeah, as per usual, it's kind of a but thou must situation if you want to continue the plot. So yeah, so we need to make the special nectar. So what we need to do first is we need to head off to the water to this place. But first, we're zooming back to Gallopolis. Yeah, you know what I was thinking here? I was thinking, oh shit, there isn't a zoom point directly to, you know, the place where the guard is. Now I have to go back to Gallopolis City and then walk to him. What a piece of shit. Anyway, so let's give Akia's letter over. So yeah, pretty much lying to kind of keep up appearances. Doesn't want to worry her dear brother. Suffered a terrible injury which made him horribly bitter. Remember this stuff about the father and how bitter he is and all that kind of stuff, because that's going to come up much late. Going to come up in a little bit for other stuff. So we can now make broader swords, battle forks, and battle whips. If you can create them here, they're actually pretty good weapons to have at this point in the game. But yeah, not really worth it at this point. Anyway, we're done. So let's zoom back to Gondolia. Yeah, getting zoom pretty early on in your adventure is pretty much a heaven sent, pretty much a godsend, especially for these completing these side quests. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to show this off. So this is what happens when it goes from day to night. It's kind of a cool little transition. But anyway, so yeah, once you've given that letter to Hakim, Akia now wants you to give a letter. So she wants us to go to Puerto Valla and give this letter to, I believe it's a doctor who lives in Puerto Valla, yeah, Valentino. And she wants to tell Valentino everything that the whole reason as to why she's lying about being a baker to her brother. So yeah, but we can't do that for a little while. We've got to head to Puerto Valor first. But first, and we can't get there yet. So now we're done with the side quests. We're done with the side quests. We're done with collecting. So now it's time to continue on with the main story. We're going to be heading out of Gondolia. Wow, I took a while there, didn't I? We're going to be heading out of Gondolia, and we're going to be heading off. My apologies. I'm sorry about that. We're heading out to get this holy water so that Serena can create this nectar for Placido and his stupid throat. Die. So yeah, new enemies. New enemy. Who is it? Right, Restless Armor. So yeah, I hate muddy hands, they're so annoying. So the Restless Armor is not... Oh, look at that, it's so many. Anyway, what was I talking about? Restless Armors are... basically, they don't have any special abilities. Like, as in, they don't use magic or anything like that. They just have a lot of defense. They take a long time to go down. The other thing I'll say about them is that is that if they hit you, they do hit pretty hard. But apart from that, they're not too difficult to deal with. Like I say, the only real big problem with them is that defensively they're pretty beefy. But we're done. Oh, I defeated... Look at that. I defeated over 100 monsters. So many monsters defeated. Yeah. That's something that's kind of nice. They do, because that said defeated 700 monsters. It does do it over multiple... It kind of keeps track of everything over multiple playthroughs, which is kind of nice. Right. I'm going to get on top of this bee. And we're going to find some shit to deal with. And it's just so I can explore this whole area and get all the items that are potentially in this area. There's a few, I think there's a couple of chests, as well as some sparkly spots to pick up. So that's what we're going to be doing for a little bit. Yeah, you need it to get straight across here. Otherwise you have to take the long way around, which is a bit of a pain. Collect some more stuff. Royal soil. Whenever you see sparkly spots, it's always worth it to have a look and see what you can find, because you know there's always going to be new shit that you want to that you'll want to make, just to make your life a little bit easier. Come on. There you go, buddy. You can do it. Okay, what have we got over here? Let's cut that. Auspicious, strong medicine and cotton top. Nice. Yeah, so I was just looking around for a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything major. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like there's going to be any... What am I doing here? There you go. You can do it. Maybe there isn't any chests around here. I can't remember. Okay. Succubats. They can... Defensively, they're not that hardy, so they'll go down pretty easily. But they do have charm magic, which can be a real pain in the arse. And I think they can poison you as well. No, they can stun you. That's what they can do. So they can charm you and stun you, which are, they're a bit of a pain in the arse. Not completely and utterly, they're not super hard to deal with. They're just a bit of a pain. Anyway. Alright. Time for me to get off. Because now we need to head into the area. And it's basically like another mini dungeon. Kind of similar to the area in Hotto, where you had to kind of go through a dungeon to kind of a mini dungeon to kind of save Serena. But they're not too hard. Right, shell slimes. They go down about as easily as regular slimes do. However, they can go into their shells. And when they go into their shells, they only take 1 HP of damage for every attack that you use. Unless you're using magic, then using magic causes more damage, but still, it's pathetic levels of damage. So yeah, shell slimes are not hard, not difficult to deal with, but they are a little bit of a pain in the bum. Die, sucky bat. To be honest, you know, shell slimes are like every other type of slime, really. They go down pretty easily. So these are Men of War. I can't remember. They don't hit very hard. They take a, you know, their defense is naturally really strong either. I think, from what I remember, I think they can put you to sleep, and I think that's about it. I think they're more kind of based with status effects and stuff. You don't even get a lot of it. Sorry, you don't even get a lot of experience for beating them. So yeah, that's where we need to go. The font there. But at the moment, I was just like, okay, let's have a look around. Oh, these pricks. These are morphium mushrooms. They can poison you. They can put you to sleep. And they can stun you. So they're a real pain in the arse for that. However, their defense is pretty weak. And in terms of hitting you, they don't really hit all that hard. What was I thinking here? What was I thinking there? Fucking hell, Tom. Anyway, just kill it. There we go, nice and easy. That's the thing with this area, I think, for me... Sorry, Savannah, I don't want to speak. Here's the thing, apart from the toads, which we haven't fought against yet, all the enemies in this dungeon are actually pretty fucking weak. Like, I mean, they give off a decent amount of experience considering how weak they are. Serena, I don't want to talk to you. Fuck, I want to kill. Oh, here they are, the frogs. Toxic Toad. Yeah, they hit pretty hard, and they have a good chance of poisoning you as well. Luckily, I've got Squelch. Serena's got Squelch, which heals poisons, which cures you of poison. So yeah. Yeah, so Toxic Toads are a bit of a pain in the ass. Because, like I say, they hit really hard. And they've got a chance of poisoning you as well, which is fucking annoying. So, yeah, they're probably the only enemy, at least regular enemy in this dungeon, that you're going to have any trouble against. Yeah, they're literally the only ones you're going to have trouble with. Everybody else is pretty... All the other enemies in this game are pretty comfortable, for the most part. And, also what that showed off there was that Eric was in the party, but he still got experience points and level up, even though he isn't in the main 4. So, that's useful. Okay. These things. What were they called again? Wizened Wizards. I like the design for one, they look kind of cool. So yeah, because they're wizards, they're a bit of a... they use all kinds of all-encompassing kind of magic spells, which can hit fairly hard. But to level it out a little bit, they get killed really fucking easily. Run away. They die fairly easily, for one, and their defense is pretty shoddy. Sorry, and in terms of physical attack as well, their physical attack is pretty pathetic. So yeah, it's they're probably Pixie Pole. That's for Serena. But as I'm not because I don't want her to use magic wands yet, I want her to kind of stick with the spear. It's kind of pointless for now. But yeah, always good to have something though to when you're ready to switch over. Anyway, I've just noticed something. There's a chest that I missed. Fuck. Jug of water. But anyway. So yeah, there you go. That's it. We're pretty much done for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we'll be finishing off heading through the dungeon. And we're going to be getting this the holy water so we can create this nectar and cure Placidova's curse. So join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI. See you next time.